Hey everyone, welcome back. It is time for another wrestling review, our second review this week. But before we get into the review, let us take care of a few things. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, ring that little bell for notification. Have yourself a Red Bull like Campo is. Support Max Verstappen, right?
Max Verstappen.
Super Max, right? With that, we're gonna get right into our review. With me once again, we have Campo.Reviews, man reviews, movies, TV shows, cat poo.
I'm not even here.
How's Campo
John
Reviews
Cena.
doing?
Oh, I have one subscriber.
It's
It's
me.
me.
And no, you got two. Timmy subscribed.
Oh, Timmy.
Timmy the intern subscribed, so you got him at least. But we are talking New Japan once again. We are doing the 52nd anniversary show in obviously. Let's get right into it. Let us start with our first match, which was a weird one. Tonga Loa and was it Tomoyaki Hanma against Great Khan and Jeff Cobb. Khan
Okay,
and Cobb are reunited.
yeah, and you know what? It was actually not that bad of a match,
And
especially when
Gino
Tongaloa was
Gambino
there.
is back.
Yeah,
And Gino Gambino looks like your Uncle Frank, Pat's
Gino the
husband.
Machino Gambino. That's what they called him.
He looks like your Uncle Frank, Pat's husband,
Yeah. He
with that
does.
mustache when he had the mustache.
Pre pre mustache, post
Yeah,
mustache,
post mustache.
pre post mustache. I don't know what the fuck that means. Anyways, I gotta get a shirt that says that pre-post mustache.
It's copywriting
Um,
that right now. That's going to be part of our merch
Copyright.
line.
Timmy.
Uh, I
The
like how
match
Gino
wasn't
kept
bad.
calling him why does Tama Tonga look different?
He looks way better. He looks much better. He does. He's just a new jacket.
Yeah, just a new jacket.
Um,
And it was
Hanma
okay.
needs to stop wrestling.
I was about to say the same thing. He couldn't even move.
He literally can't move his lower body at all. Like he
Yeah.
walks like a penguin.
He's the next Batman villain.
It's not okay though. Like
No. His
it's
his
a,
his lower half is worse than Tanahashi.
it doesn't move at all. He has no bend in his legs or his like hips. It's just a
Yeah.
solid leg that like moves side to side.
Which I realized
Um,
he's not even on the card tonight.
Good.
That's what made it better, I think.
The
I mean, this was a nothing match. It was just like
But it was
they're
fine actually. I watched it and I
no,
was like, okay.
it was to set up was it Khan against Tongaloa for their New Japan Cup match.
That's what like this whole pre-show has. Well,
Yeah.
like, is it really a pre-show? I guess it's a pre-show.
It was all there was no pre-show, it was just all main card.
Yeah, but
Again,
all the matches are technically a pre-show until those last three
last
matches.
few matches, yeah. But Great O'Con and Jeff Cobb go over. Good to see
It's
them
good. It was
reunited.
nice. It's nice to
Yeah.
see them together.
Reunited and it
We hated
feels
them.
so good. Yeah, I know. Now we want them together again. With
That's
that, we'll go
wrestling.
into our next match. Mikey Nichols and Zack Sabre Jr. against Phantasmo and Hikuleo, non-title match.
Can you take me higher?
Which just solidifies my point. Shane Haste is gone.
Yeah, but where?
He's MLW.
Did he already show
I
up?
think, yeah. I
Because
think
Bad
he's.
Dude Tito has been wrestling on MLW a lot.
I know Shane Haste has been taking a lot of indie bookings, and I think he's going to be showing up with Tito at MLW.
So do you think that they're going to be a tag team there? And because New Japan does work with them.
Yeah, they do.
So do you think that he's going to come back as a tag champion in because Mikey Nichols and now are they really establishing Mikey Nichols and Zack Sabre
Zach.
Jr. as a tag team?
We haven't seen Ichiban Sweet Boy in a while either.
Yeah, but he'll be back.
Could be back.
Do they add members? Are they going to be the next faction to add people?
Maybe because there is a faction that grows a little later in the show.
Because there is a faction that I'm pretty sure is going to slowly disappear for good.
Yeah.
It's Bullet Club.
Yeah. It's that they're slowly breaking apart. But I mean, this was fine. This is setting up, I think this is also setting up a tag team match for Sakura, where I think Nichols is finally getting his belt.
Fine.
But yeah, I mean, this
Day
was
one.
yeah, this is a fine match.
It was.
Nichols actually beat ELP. He pinned ELP, so
Yeah, watching Zack Sabre Jr. and ELP wrestle is weird because like I don't feel like they've ever wrestled against each other.
Their styles are way different too.
But it's like they've been together in this company for so long, and like I can't recall a match where they were had like a singles match.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they have. Maybe in a G1?
Maybe
Maybe.
because ELP was
Just
also
maybe.
in the junior division before the
Yeah.
last G1, wasn't he?
Yeah. He moved up in 2022, I believe. But next we have Hiroki Goto, Tomohiro Ishii, El Desperado, and our boy Oleg Bolton against LIJ members Bushi, Tanahashi, or Takahashi, I should say, Shingo, and Yota Tsuji.
Like, and you know what? This is fine too. And this is my problem. For all the pre-show, this is what I'm calling them. For
Hmm.
all the pre-show matches that New Japan gives us constantly at every event, and you get so bored and tired of them, it's like you have that same sentiment here, but it's like at the same time you look at it and you're like, well, they were all pretty okay. Like
Yeah,
I'm trying to be mad at them, but I can't be because they weren't like unenjoyable experiences. It was just
there.
fine. Like
Yeah,
you're like, okay, like I can't even give you a bad score for this because you're just like the matches are pretty
decent.
watchable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were decent. But LIJ, it was fine. I mean, I guess can you call them chaos? Because
I
they
guess
kind of
three of them. No, two
well,
of them.
there's two of them, but they kind of Desperado and Ishii at the end, they kind of made amends.
Maybe Desperado, maybe Bolton Oleg. That's gonna be the new entrance into Chaos. Is gonna
Maybe.
be Oleg and Desperado, and that's how they grow.
Yeah. Oleg is due for a excursion soon, isn't he too?
Probably, I would assume so. Him and Ichiban Meat Boy.
Maybe. Maybe. Did you see the photo that I sent you with Tanahashi and what's his name? Marufuji?
Yeah, I don't want that match. It's crazy because like I know there's like different levels of like how you sustain injury throughout your career. But
Yeah.
like to see Marufuji at like a similar age to Tanahashi and every match he has is still a banger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Same with Go Shiozaki.
Yep.
Chris Jericho's older than all of
And
them, and
all of
he's
them, he's
still
still
having
having
banger
better
matches.
matches. Yeah. But I mean, as Ishii's walking to the back, Chase Owens gives him a pile driver.
I like that part. I
Hmm.
don't know what this is all about, but I found it interesting.
Yeah.
And we actually
Desperate.
watch a lot more New Japan than we do anything else except maybe AEW. So
Yeah.
it's weird that we don't really know what's going on with that.
I think these are all because the next match is Ishii versus Chase in the New Japan Cup anyway, right? So he's maybe injuring before the match kind of thing.
So,
A
but
lot a lot of these are preempts before the first round of the tournament.
did Juice Robinson win a New Japan Cup? Like, what was that comment he made at the end? He's like 2019 or something. He's like, everyone said Juice Robinson was gonna win, and he's like, I won. Or did Chase Owens win a New Japan Cup?
20
I don't know what year it was, but
2019. I'll take a look at it right
I can't
now.
remember exactly what he said, but it was something along those lines. Like everyone said Juice Robinson was gonna win. He's like, I won.
2019, 2019, Okada beat Jay White.
Okay, is there anyone that has Juice Robinson winning or
No,
Chase Owens? So what the
nothing
fuck are they
has
talking
Juice
about?
Chase.
Maybe it was a match. Maybe they had a match in the
Maybe they had
tournament.
a match, yeah. Because Sonata won it last year. Zack Sabre Jr. won it the year before, and Will Ospreay won it the year before that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Who did Zack Sabre Jr. challenge for the belt?
Wait, no. Was it? No, no.
Okay, you do that. I'll blow my nose.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. New Japan Cup 2023. Sonata beat Finley. 2022, it was Zack Sabre Jr. beat Naito. 2021, Ospreay beat Takagi. 2020, Okada beat Evil. 2019, Okada beat Sonata.
Okada Sonata?
Okada Sonata, yeah. So thanks, Timmy, for looking that up.
Okay, but hold on. Um,
Chase made
I
it to the
I
quarters of the
remember
semis.
Zack Sabre Jr. versus Naito because that was a really good match. But Who did Zack Sabre Jr. challenge?
Okada, and he lost.
And that was at Dominion, or what's the other one called?
At Hyper Battle, it was called. It was like a non-special.
Like not one of the big ones.
Yeah, because usually they do it at Sakura Genesis or Dominion.
No, Sakura Genesis is usually the finals, and then Dominion
Yeah,
is the match.
is the match. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
No,
crazy.
yeah.
Anyways, we're way off. What the
Way
hell
off
are we
topic.
talking about?
We're back. We're back. So yeah, I think this is just going in for the Chase Owens match against Ishii. I guess he just wanted to hurt him before the match they had the next day. Um, so with that, we're gonna go into our next match. United Empire members Caleb Newman, Akira, and TJP against Finley, Gabe Kidd, and Gato. I think these are really the only three members you have left of Bullet Club because I haven't seen the other guys in a while.
Chase Owens.
No, I'm talking about War Dogs.
Oh yeah. No, I haven't either. I do know
I know
that
Connors and Maloney are still champs,
Maloney still has a contract.
but
The other
Connors
ones
is
are
working
not.
on a pay per,
Yeah, and so is
yeah,
Coughlin.
pay for play, I guess. And
Alex Kidd
Coughlin.
resigned.
Yeah. Alex Kidd.
Uh,
The
Chase
Sega
Owens and
mascot?
Kenta. Oh yeah, I keep saying that. Um, uh, who did I say? Kenta's still in it,
Yeah.
and so is Chase
Chase.
Owens and
Fale's
Gato.
gone.
Fale, yeah, because I don't even think they re-signed Fale.
No. But
Who knows? Maybe he's there. We don't know. But and then even sorry in AEW,
mhm.
I don't know. Like I maybe I'm not paying attention, but I swear Bullet Club Gold have not. They don't use the actual official logo anymore of Bullet Club.
No.
They're just BCB, and they call it all the shirts they have say just say Bang Bang Gang. They
Yeah.
don't. They no longer say
I
Bullet Club
think
on
New
it.
Japan took all the Bullet Club branding back.
I bet you those companies weren't paying to use it. That's why they thought they could just use it.
Yeah. Or they weren't paying
This
enough.
has to do something with Tanahashi.
Yeah. It has to. 100%. Timmy
He's
will
trying
get
to.
on it.
They're trying to be more profitable. You could tell.
Yeah. They probably said, you want to keep using the logo, you have to pay us more.
Yeah. And they do a lot of their shows in the small venues. And like this year so far, I don't
Yeah.
know if you noticed, but a lot of them have been in bigger venues.
Yes, they have been. They have been in bigger venues. But I mean, this was an okay match. Caleb Newman is really, really starting to come into his own.
No, I like the ending of this match with Gato drop the super kick and then
Hmm.
the like comeback. TJP is really good.
Yeah, and
The
him taking him like he I think he took the win. I had to watch the finish a few times though because the audio was a little off on this. Was it with you as well?
only that one specific moment. Other than that, I didn't notice anything because you did tell me you had trouble with it.
Yeah.
That was the only thing I noticed. But like at the beginning of the match, everything happened so fast.
Hmm.
I had to rewind it like 3 times because like, do I have it on like a high speed?
No.
It didn't look like it was on normal because he grabs him, kicks the thing, the cane flies, he throws him out of the ring, and then he jumps out of the ring. And I was like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah. It's a few times I had to rewind this match too, but it was great. It was like electric feel. It was like really got you into it and
Electric feel?
electric feel. Wasn't that a song?
Yeah. Well, what are they called? M83 or something?
Yeah,
Isn't
something like
that
that.
it?
Electric feel. I remember that song now.
Electric feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Off topic.
Anyways,
But I
way
mean,
off
this
topic.
was this was a really good high energy match. It really got you back into the show, I guess is a good way to put it. And it's
Yeah.
just I'm
I was
just
in this show. You're not gonna like me by the end of this.
no, you probably scored it just as high as I did. Okay. United Empire go over. Like you want to talk about the finish because I'm still a little confused on the finish.
I don't know. He kicked him.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden TJP got the 3 count. Or was it TJP or was it Akira? I can't even remember. See, that's how crazy it was.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna tell you. There, Gato super kicked Akira, I believe.
Hmm.
And then him and
TJP,
him and
Calum.
David Finley were doing
Mm,
like a working him over with as a pair.
yeah,
And then TJP came in the ring,
right.
and TJP hit somebody with a finisher, and then threw,
He hit Kib with the finisher, but
and
they
then
pinned
he
Gato.
pinned Gato.
Yeah,
It sounds worse when I'm explaining it. It's
yeah,
funny though. If you actually watch it again, you'll see it's pretty clean,
yeah,
like cut and dry what happened.
yeah. But United Empire goes over. With that, we are going into. I guess five guys have moved on to the next feud. They're now feuding with House of Torture. This match was a shit show.
But I liked it.
Really?
I thought it was fun.
Okay.
I
I
I
don't
am
like.
I'm
First
starting
thing I
to
put. I don't like you use new hair with the red dye.
and I said, and this is my thing. He's like,
He's trying to
if
follow Sonata.
it feels like Sonata. Like even there were some angles where they were zoomed in on his face, and I was like, that's Sonata.
You
It's
think
not
they're
they
going to
like they
tell the
don't look
Sonata
exact. They
storyline
look
with him?
they don't look exactly the same. I'm not saying that, but like it was just seeing him with short hair was such a huge thing. The only thing I could think about in my head is Sonata. Remember, because Sonata had all that crazy wacky hair and
Yeah,
then
he
shaved his
bleached his
head,
hair blonde and the
and he
beard
had always
blonde.
had that weird mohawk and like
Yeah, but I mean, it's okay because he keeps winning. But
I know you know
opening
what? Who
match, usual
cares?
House of Torture shenanigans.
And it was shenanigans. Like at this
Yeah,
point, it's like it's a meme. Their matches are just built in memes, and I kind of am starting to like be like, yeah, this is fun.
yeah,
Um, look, it's Dick Togo. He's gonna do the Dick Togo.
yeah. Dick to dick
You
contact
know,
or whatever they call it.
yeah, someone's gonna have a wrench.
Yeah,
Someone's gonna have a pull-up bar.
yeah.
I don't know the rest of the what does Evil use?
He wasn't. I don't know what he uses, but Dick to go uses the garrote wire,
Go. We're gonna give you a list of things that they use.
and
We have
Kanemaru uses the alcohol, the whiskey
yeah.
bottle.
Thing has a cane.
Yeah,
Takahashi.
yeah. Which he'll be in
Who
the
are we
next
missing?
match. But I mean, this was fine. It was a decent match. They keep like they are really hot on Yuya. Like he gets the pin in this again.
Yeah, and Yoda doesn't win anything except the match against him.
Yeah, but Yoda, as of this recording, they're into the quarterfinals. Yoda's pulling. I think he might pull out and win this, especially with Finley hurt.
Let's see.
But we'll
Let's
talk about
motherfreaking see.
that at Sakura Genesis. So just five guys go over. With that, New Japan Cup first round match, Toru Yano against Yujiro Takahashi. Yujiro, does the whole attack before the bell, takes out the corner pad, the usual wacky stuff that these
Hold
guys
on.
do.
Peter came back, and you're going to talk about taking off belt buckles and stuff.
Yes, we got the return of Peter in this match, which we haven't
But
seen.
like, oh, you like over a year.
Is it the same Peter?
Yeah. Do you think it was a different Peter?
I don't know.
It's the same Peter.
It's the same Peter.
The crowd was hot for her.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as the entrance stopped, everyone was screaming Peter.
Yeah.
It was like a Kenny Omega
If
match.
Kevin Kelly were on commentary, he would have definitely made a few comments about it.
My favorite part is Gino's just quiet the whole time and they're talking about it. And then he comes back and says, sorry, I was distracted for about 15 minutes. They're like, that was like 2.5 minutes. He goes, a time loop.
Yeah, and this commentary worked so much better with Gino in the mix.
You have to have Gino always.
Yeah.
It doesn't work with just the other two. I mean, I don't dislike them. I mean, I don't dislike Chris Charlton. Ian, what did I call him again? Fake Abani or
Yeah,
Riccofoni?
Riccofoni.
Riccofoni.
Walker
He's
Stewart.
okay now. He's getting better.
He's getting better. It's just Charlton and Stewart. They're very similar. They don't have the opposing personalities like kind of Kevin Kelly. Kevin Kelly would be more of a comedic relief to.
Well, is Kevin Kelly coming back?
Apparently.
Because I know he got fired. And you know what? I don't know the ins and out and the details, so I'm not going to be like.
We'll talk about it next week on the state.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I won't be super opinionated on it, but it seems like a lot of bullshit.
Yeah,
Like
on AEW's end.
Yeah, I think that there's just a lot of favoritism for Riccaboni, and they didn't want to deal with Kelly, so they just let him go,
Yeah.
which is fucking bullshit.
Unless Kevin Kelly makes his return at WrestleMania. They need a commentator. Right now, Michael Cole is doing both shows, right?
Yeah, but I think they just want Michael Cole to do both shows.
What?
I
You
ripped
think
this
so?
out of my ear.
Oh, yeah, because who is it? On Raw you have Corey Graves and Michael Cole, and on SmackDown you have Barrett and Cole. Barrett and Cole work so good together. I
It's the
like
best team.
they are really, really good. I think Kevin Kelly and Corey Graves would make a good team.
Okay, yeah, do whatever you want. I don't give a shit
I
anymore.
just think, and then The Rock can do his thing. Remember when he used to put the sweater over Kevin Kelly's head and all that?
Yeah, it's bring it back.
Bring it back. Bring everything back. But I mean, yes, Peter returns. Takahashi handcuffs Toriano to the barricade, but he actually finds a way to open the barricade and take the handcuffs out.
You know what? You
It
know
was a
what? This was the
for what it
stupidest,
was.
biggest waste of time of a match ever, but I laughed for the whole entire thing.
Yeah. And then there was it. He handcuffed him to the barricade. He handcuffed him to the timekeeper, whatever it was.
That was
Like,
so funny.
yeah.
And then they're just lying on the floor like this. Um,
And Peter's like, "Oh my
like you
God."
know what the funny part is? You know the other guy could have just like went down,
Slid under. I know.
but they just stayed like that.
That's what made it funny.
There was no Sister Act 2, which made me slightly upset.
Yeah.
However, the sponsorship thing is makes me laugh so hard. Like, why is Yano always the one who's like the having all the
The
sponsorships?
spokesperson
Like,
for
why is he
everything.
so popular in Japan that like everyone wants a piece of him?
But you'll like go and watch Japanese commercials. Other than Tanahashi, Toriano's in so many
I know he's in
commercials.
everything.
Yeah. Except that weird shampoo commercial that was a little too sensual with Tanahashi. The bubble bath
Oh,
one.
yeah, but that's hilarious.
If I'll link it in the description if you guys want to see that commercial. But we'll go into our next New Japan first round match. Yoshihashi against Kenta.
That was a good match.
It was, but I don't know. It was very by the numbers, I guess.
I think it's just you're seeing too much of these guys and it's starting to get like streamlined, but also Yoshihashi's not that good. Like I know we've seen him improve a lot, but like he's not someone who's good. Like
Goto is
he's
better than him, and
solid.
they work good as a team.
Yeah, and you can have a really good match with Yoshihashi depending on how good the other person is, but he's never gonna be the reason that a match is like holy crap.
Yeah,
So it's like Kenta like really doing everything. So I get it. That's why it's like paint by numbers because he's
yeah,
just the guy who's gonna be there. He's dependable. That's what Yoshihashi is. He'll give you a good match.
yeah. So, but I mean, like you said, though, it was decent. Just a little to me, it was a little too. It was a good match on in ring, but I found it just a touch too boring. But it was. I like the ending. Yoshihashi does beat Kenta. Kenta goes to shake his hand and then just beats the crap out of him. And that's going to probably lead to a match between Kenta and Chase against Bishamon again, and they're going to win.
I think that there needs to be a separation between United Empire and Bullet Club and start a feud between Bullet Club and Chaos,
Chaos.
right? Because he did that to Chaos Guy. Ishii got beaten up by
Mm-hmm. Chase.
Chase, and I think that we need to do that. And it's like how we're getting House of Torture versus Five Guys now, so it's
Mm-hmm.
like we're segueing out of those feuds that we don't need anymore. If
And it
anything,
looks like Lij is going to splinter off.
that's possible. It's always a possibility. And uh, what's the other team? TMDK needs to grow. I don't know
Yeah,
what you do with United Empire at this point.
but I mean they're fine. They replaced. Obviously, you're not going to replace someone like a Will Ospreay, but Caleb Newman is a good replacement there,
Yeah, and they have enough people.
and TJP and Jeff Cobb can easily lead a team like this.
But they do have enough people that you're fine, right?
Yeah, it could keep things
It's a team
fresh.
like TMDK that I'd be worried about because you went from five guys to two guys.
Yeah. Eagles is still part of them.
Yeah, but where's Eagles been? Sorry, I meant 6 guys. You went
Yeah.
from 6 guys to 2 people because you haven't seen Eagles, we haven't seen Fujita,
Yeah.
and
Tito and Thing are gone.
Tito and Teeter thing are gone.
Tito and Teeter?
Tito and Teeter.
But I mean, but it was good. And the next round, because Sonata got to buy Yoshihashi's going to face Sonata in the next round. But we'll talk about that next week on the state
Get
where they're
Shooter in
at.
TMDK.
Yes. No. No. Speaking of Shooter, our next match, Shooter versus Jack Perry.
This match is real good.
Yes. Perry
Like,
was surprisingly really good in this match.
he's always good. He's someone, this is the thing. I think for someone who was as green as he was, he immediately came in and became a really dependable wrestler. And like his skill level is above what it should be.
Yeah. I
People
liked
loved
his
him in
entrance with
Jurassic Express
that
with the goat
satanic
head.
yeah.
And see, but I get it. He's a scapegoat. And people loved him in Jurassic Express. When he
Yeah.
was a face, everybody loved him. As soon as he turned heel, everybody turned on him.
Yeah.
And it's like it's just a character. Oh, he can't wrestle, this and that. He's getting pushed to the bottom of the card. He got pushed down the card because of CM Punk, number one.
Yeah.
Just everyone should know that.
And the
CM Punk
reports are
pulled the
actually
strings.
fake. Booker T lied about everything.
Really?
Yep. Sean Ross Sapp came out and said it.
So why did he say that?
Booker T's just trying to create controversy.
That's crazy.
Booker T and Punk never got along.
Yeah. Anyways,
But beside the point. Off topic. We'll talk about that again next week. So you guys got a lot of stuff to tune in for next week on the state. But I mean, this was good. I kind of like this match. Like the only thing is, surprise, surprise, Shooter loses again. Like, what's the story there? He has fallen so far down the card that
they're
he is
doing a Naito storyline for him.
But the problem is Naito was already established as a name.
Yes,
He was
but the
already a
problem,
multiple time champion.
this is the thing. The difference between Naito and Shooter is Naito came in and took a while to become popular. Okay, especially pre. Then I've done the research now, especially pre LIJ. He was not popular at all. He was a really cheesy baby face, and nobody liked him.
Yeah, I remember when I went to go see him at Global Wars. We're talking 10 years ago. I was the only one that approached him.
There you go. But Shooter was immediately popular
due to the Moxley connection.
He had, and then Red Shoes, like he has a lot of people behind him. His close look to Tanahashi, when he first came out, and so it's like
he has a good skill, like he has a good foundation, like a good skill set. He's a really
good wrestler. He's someone that I would put towards like a Jack Perry. I don't know if he did go on excursion, but I think this is excursion for Jack Perry. I think that's like what AEW is doing, because they're like, well,
we don't have anything for you right now.
We don't have anything for you. Go train in Japan. Like you have the skill level, the base skill level to be as good as one of the best, right? And all those guys that are the best in AEW came from Japan.
Yeah. I would say now out of the four pillars, like Jack Perry has the highest ceiling now.
He does, because I think MJF has plateaued. I don't think he can get any better.
He's a one-note character.
And so is Darby Allin. Darby Allin will never be able to talk. So he just
and Sammy Guevara just keeps getting himself into shit.
Yeah, Sammy Guevara will not be with the company for much longer. You can quote me on that.
I could see that. I can totally see that.
He's gonna end up in like CMLL or AAA, because I don't think WWE is gonna pay for him.
No, I could see him in CMLL. Him and Conti they're gonna go together. But I mean,
well,
again,
they'll be the biggest people in the company if they go there.
But the big thing is the end of the match. House of Torture come out to the ring, and they recruit Jack Perry as their newest member.
And I thought this is great. At this point,
this will bring some seriousness back to House of Torture.
This is where it's all clicking in my head. They're not in Bullet Club anymore. This is the new Bullet Club. This is the new heel faction. They've built it very strongly. You have one of the best lightweights, junior weights ever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You have an up and coming star with Ren Narita. You have guaranteed like decent match putter on her Takahashi. You
Yeah.
have Dick Togo, who's just the absolute biggest
But
piece of
even
shit
even
ever.
someone like Evil, if you really need him to go, he can go.
That's what I mean.
He's your
And
perfect mid-card foil.
he can go. Uh, what's the guy who used to be in Roppongi 3K can go.
Show
Show can go. And then now you have
with
Jack
Yo.
Perry, who's like a
Yeah.
legitimately large name in wrestling.
Yeah.
And I think just between Show, Perry, and Ren Narita, it's like a foundation for a future.
Yeah. Absolutely. I can totally agree with that. This is a good way to and then you put Suji on top of that and Yuya on top of that.
All of your Japanese factions, I know, well, okay, Bullet Club is kind of like the Gaijin faction, but all
Yeah.
of your Japanese factions have like the big old Japanese guy that's there.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have Jado with
Jodo's with
God,
God, yeah.
but then now it's like there's only two of them now. There was four. And then you have
Well, don't
Gato
isn't
in Bullet
Hanma now
Club.
part of G?
I mean Hanma and Makube are like borderline chaos.
What they no, they were a different faction, GBH.
Yeah, with Yano.
Yano,
But
Great Bashiel.
that's they're borderline chaos at this
Yeah, they're
point because
they're a
GBH turned
splinter
into that.
of yeah.
Because
Stardom
GBH
is
also had the other guy, right? With the Iron Hand, or that I can never remember his fucking name.
yes. I forgot his name too. The old
But
guy.
yeah, there's like Takamichi Noku is in
Five
Five
guys.
Guys, so it's like everyone has like their established like veteran
Yeah.
presence, except
Bullet Club.
TMDK and
Well, no, I would say TMDK for they have an established presence in Zack Sabre Jr.
yeah, but he's not a veteran Japanese wrestler.
No, but I'm just saying if
Yeah,
you
but
are
I'm saying
looking,
you could see like how they build things, right? That's how
yeah,
they do it. United
Bullet
Empire
Club,
doesn't have it,
I
and they don't
feel
have it.
Bullet Club has fizzled out. I think they're done.
We'll see.
But
Gato must have a trick up his sleeve.
yeah, he always does.
I thought they would get Jack Perry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like Jack Perry and House of Torture more. It's more of a surprise, and it's more of okay, I'm interested. Let's see what they're gonna do with this. Maybe he's gonna start taking over, start like, hey guys, enough of the shenanigans. Let's like, or you're out kind of thing.
We'll see.
But we'll go into our main event, Tetsuya Naito versus Sho, a non-title match. If Naito were to lose this match, he wouldn't lose the belt to Sho, but he'd just have to vacate the belt.
He would have to vacate the belt, and then Sho would face the winner of the New Japan Cup for the
Cup
title.
winner. Yeah. So he wouldn't even have to participate.
Yeah, this was actually a good match. It told a good story. It was hard hitting.
Even with the shenanigans.
The shenanigans made it better, I think.
Yeah. It told a better story. Like even with the multiple ref bumps, even with the, you know what I mean? Like even with the interference from House of Torture, you still get LIJ kind of like LIJ. You know what I'm thinking? Because House of Torture is so big now. What if LIJ and Five Guys?
I think this like at some point this storyline has to go back to LIJ, Evil having left LIJ, and then
Mm-hmm.
Sonata having left LIJ. I feel like it's gonna somehow that it's gonna end up with a three-way match between Sonata, Naito, and Evil
Yeah.
for the belt, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe for both belts. Whoever wins gets both belts.
I'll take that.
And then Sonata will win.
Yes, I want Sonata with another run with the belt.
I also think you should have Show is the junior champion. You should have Kanemaru and like Takahashi team up and win the junior heavyweight belts or something like that.
Yeah. I like
Just for like
that.
a quick run.
Yeah. Just a quick run. Yeah.
Because you can see like the way
Or
Japanese
Sho and
booking.
Narita.
Oh, there you go.
Show and
No, no,
Narita.
Show you don't have Show win anything else. He's has the belt already.
Who
Doesn't he
else could
have the
we?
junior heavyweight belt?
Or would Perry be considered a junior heavyweight?
I guess,
Perry,
yeah.
Perry and Narita?
But Ren Narita's not a junior heavyweight.
No, that's true. He's a
Put
heavyweight.
Narita and Kanemaru. Kanemaru is one of the greatest juniors of all
Junior
time.
heavyweights of all
Let
time.
him
Yeah,
win. Yeah, let him win a belt.
that's it. Give him another belt.
I could see that, and that would make sense for me because gives them what they need. And if you see how Japanese booking has worked in the last 2 years, it's like whatever faction is hot gets all the belts.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Don't
We'll
tell me
talk
any
about we'll
spoilers.
we'll talk about this after the show. But the finals are set.
Don't tell me.
Okay. Are you keeping up with
I only watched the first 2 weeks
okay.
or the first two things.
I guess I know what I'm watching tomorrow on my lunch break.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fuck. I
But
keep
are you all
ripping
right?
it out of my ear.
But I mean, like you said though, this was a really good match though. It told a really good story. I don't know. Maybe there is really some dissension between Sonata and Naito because the Naito in this match was much better than the Naito in the Sonata match.
Yeah. No, you could see maybe he started to heal up a little bit.
Okay.
And also, I'm telling you, Sonata sandbagged him.
Oh yeah,
Like
totally.
it was bullshit.
But that's what I'm saying. Maybe there's still maybe there is some real heat with them.
I saw Jim Duggan talk about a thing, and he said people think
Ho!
he's like people think that all on he was on Team Canada for some reason. Um, people think that all wrestlers are friends. He's like, we're not. He's like, maybe two people are your friends. The rest of them are just acquaintances, and
And
then
coworkers.
then you legitimately have like enemies, like lifelong enemies that will do nothing but try to screw you over, even though you have to work with each other
Together.
every day.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's how wrestling is. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty much makes sense.
Yeah. Someone like X-Pac shitting in people's boots and
Yeah, I mean, when X-Pac was a crackhead,
or was it Orton that shit in the boots?
he's also a crackhead.
Yeah, I mean, he's a little better now, but
From
but
all accounts, I know people love the guy, okay? But from the stuff I've heard, he is the biggest piece of shit ever in wrestling.
Orton, yeah. He's a dick. Unless he likes you, he's a dick.
It would
From what
appear so.
I don't know. I've never been backstage, but
We know Tanahashi's a dick because you've seen him.
yes. Yes, he is a dick. Pay me money.
I heard multiple stories of him and like kids and like people like families going up to him to talk to him, and he's like, no, and he walks away.
Like I had a 5-minute conversation with Naito.
Yeah, but Naito's the greatest.
Like even though like our communication wasn't the greatest because like he spoke in broken English, he actually spoke more Spanish than English.
Did he?
Yeah. And I'm like that's how I was able to communicate with him. Because I caught some words in Spanish and it's like, okay.
Yeah, he's like, you're like,
Very
yo quiero
close to
Taco Bell.
Okay, no taco. Yeah. Cultural appropriation. But no, like he was fine. Kushida, like I hung out with Kushida. Kushida was awesome. I got to take a picture with Nakamura, which was also amazing. Like Tanahashi was like, no, give me money, but nobody else is charging. Why are you charging? Like if you're walking around the show floor and people come up to you, like you should not feel obligated to, you know what I mean?
I get it if you don't want to give me an autograph
Yeah.
because it costs money, but like I want to talk. Like, hey,
Yeah.
you're a legend. Like, can I shake your hand?
He's like, no. Like he wouldn't even let me do that. Like, but that's what I mean. Kushida, Nakamura, like they were all walking around like during the show. They're walking through the crowd and just like chatting with everybody.
Yeah, I hear stories about Naito all the time that he just hangs out and like he'll hang out in like the lobby of like their venue and just like
Yeah,
talk
and
to
just
people.
chill with everybody. Yeah,
Yeah, I
super
mean,
cool
look at
dude.
ELP. When ELP came for Forbidden Door, he talked about how he was like he went to go get liquor because he forgot the liquor store closes at 9, and then he like had to take the subway, and then he had to walk through the lobby of the arena to get to the back because he was
Right,
too late to come from the back.
and it's
And
just like people are.
he's big, right? He's not like a
Yeah,
small guy, like wrestler.
Yeah, he's pretty tall. He's probably
I
about
mean, like
the
he's a big name. He's a relatively
no,
popular
but
guy.
he's also fairly tall too. He's not like a
Yeah,
small guy.
he's
The guy's like
noticeable.
yeah, you'll notice, especially with like the pink highlights and stuff like that. But like, I mean, all in all, this was one of the better New Japan shows I've watched in a
This
while
is maybe the best one
since
since Wrestle
Wrestle
Kingdom.
Kingdom. Yeah, I would agree to that. I kind of scored this pretty high. I gave this a 7-7.
I'm gonna give it a 7.5. Actually, you know what? I'll give it a 7.6
Okay.
because I gave
Yeah,
a
this
lot of
was
7.5s this year, and I feel like I just don't want to use that number again.
yeah. But it was like I said, it was a more of a return to form. I'm excited. Like the New Japan Cup has been really good so far too.
They're telling finally
Some good
stories,
yeah.
and their useless matches are actually good.
Yes. That's all I ask for. That's all I ask for. And the New Japan Cup matches have actually been really good. But we will
Yeah.
talk about that once the New Japan Cup is over. We'll probably do like a special episode where we just cover the tournament as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Asshole.
as a whole. But with that out of the way, guys, thanks again for joining us. Make sure you go and give this guy a sub, a like, a follow, all that good stuff. And make sure you subscribe to this channel for more wrestling goodness. So with that out of the way, guys, thanks again for joining us. And in the words of Kenny Omega, goodbye and good night.